here. Random cat. Okay, before I start, that is my cat. His name is Belle. So yeah, this is gonna be my story video. So I found out I had Turner syndrome when I was 9. After 3 years of researching, as you could call it, like going to doctors and doing all that stuff, and no one could find out what was wrong with me. Like, a lot of doctors just said that I hadn't had my growth spurt because I was like 6, 7 and 8. So they were just like, oh yeah, she hasn't had a growth spurt. Yeah, okay, I hadn't had my growth spurt. So yes, that was like the main like symptom I was showing when I was younger, was I was shorter than, like, I suppose my classmate or my peers. So that was the first thing that my mum and my dad and my nan noticed. So when I was about 8, 7.5, 8, my mum noticed that my arms were growing in a curve. If you can see it here. Yes, my arms were growing in a curve. So she took me to another doctor, and he was like, oh, we'll have to do some tests. So he claims he did some tests, and it came up inconclusive. So they couldn't find out what's wrong with me. Yeah. Annoying. So for 3 years we had no answers at all. And then my nan, my dad's mum, was like, oh, take her to see my doctor. He might be able to, you know, do something. Sorry, I keep playing with my hair. It's a bad habit of mine. Anyway, so he was like, oh yeah, she was like, oh yeah, take her to my doctor and we might actually kind of get somewhere. Okay, we walked in, took one look at me, and he was like, okay. He's like, why are you guys here? And like, my mum explained to him like what's been going on, and he's like, okay, I want to test her for something. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know a lot about it, but I want to test her for it because I think she may have it. My mum was like, what's that? And he was like, Turner syndrome. And she was like, what's that? And he's like, oh, it's a random genetic disorder, and blah blah blah, explained it to her, and stuff like that. And he's like, and she's like, oh, how do you find out that if you, like, she has it or not? And he's like, all we would need to do is a blood test. And so he sent me, like 10 minutes later, I was having a blood test, which I had millions of by that time, by the end of the 3 years. So it didn't really, like, bother me. Like, it wouldn't bother me now, but then it did because I was 9 years old. So, yeah, we did that. And then later that day, he called us and confirmed that I had Turner syndrome. From then, we discussed growth hormones and, you know, stuff like that, and personally I declined growth hormones because I saw it as, I've always been really strong-minded, so I saw it as, okay, this is how I was made, this is what my life is meant to be like, so why would I change that? And I didn't like the idea of having a needle every single day just to be this much taller. Like, and that's if it works. So I was just like, nah, not going to. And my mum wanted me to get them, but my dad fully supported me in not, you know, having them. And it's always, like, decisions like that have always been, like, all in all, at the very end of the day, my decision. I made the choice to have corrective surgery on my arms. I've had 3 operations on my right arm and 1 on this arm. So yes, I still have bowing in my arms and my legs. Yeah, so that's pretty much how I found out. And I've always been like really, really big on like trying to get awareness out about Turners, and I have no shame in talking about Turners and telling people I have Turners and stuff like that. It's something that I've learned over the years to embrace and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just something now that I kind of just embrace it, and you know, it's part of who I am. It doesn't really affect my day-to-day life other than I'm short, so which makes it hard to reach things, and TS girls would understand that. So yeah, that's kind of how I found out and everything like that. And the medication I'm taking some hormone replacement. I can't say it, but yeah, it's just like in a round case. It's like this big, and it's got white, blue, and red pills. So I'm taking that, and I'm finding it, like, at first it was really, really, like, difficult to get my head around and stuff like that I was actually doing, like, taking that and stuff like that. And I was on Thyroxine because I had a thyroid problem, but I've been taken off it because it was like, my thyroids became fine, and they took me off it for a while, and they stayed fine. So I was like, okay, cool, you know, awesome, take me off it. And I take a vitamin D supplement because I have really, really low vitamin D. Don't know why, because I'm outside a lot. So because I walk to and from work, and I'm always, you know, walking around, or I'm going somewhere. So yeah, I lead a pretty busy life. So yeah, I'm always doing something, so I don't know why I have a vitamin D deficiency, but I do. So I take a supplement to, you know, change all that up and stuff like that. So yeah, I do that, and that's all I do that really has to do with Turner's. I don't, like, go to a doctor regularly unless I'm sick or I need more prescriptions for my growth hormone, like my hormone replacement therapy. So I don't really do, like, anything to do with Turner's other than that. So yeah, this video is really long. I'm really sorry. It's probably really boring, but yeah, that's my story of how I found out, and, you know, what I do daily to, like, cope with Turner's, and, you know, what medication I'm taking and stuff like that. So, like, yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for any videos you'd like me to do, like maybe a video on my hormone replacement therapy, or, you know, tags or anything like that, or, you know, if you have any questions, just comment below, and just, or inbox me if it's something personal. Like, I'm really open to answering questions, any questions you guys have. So yeah, or, you know, if you have Turner's and you just need someone to talk to, inbox me. I am more than willing to talk to you. So yeah, rate, comment, and subscribe.